Hi, thanks for joining us for the Girls on the Run Site Liaison training for the upcoming Girls on the Run season. Today, we're going to cover a lot of important topics that will help ensure your success as a site liaison and for your Girls on the Run team this spring. We're going to start with what it means to be a Girls on the Run site liaison. Site liaisons are incredibly important to the success and growth of Girls on the Run. Site liaisons are our direct link to the site and assist us with many site-specific details and coordination of our program. In this training, we will discuss the different functions of a site liaison and how they support the site, the participants, and the Girls on the Run office. Site liaisons are typically a staff member at your site, so usually a teacher or a counselor, but we often have parents as site liaisons as well, as long as they are well connected to the school. Site liaisons assist Girls on the Run with things such as coach recruitment, girl recruitment, securing the practice space for your team, and season support. Next, we'll do a quick season overview so you know what to expect in the coming months. First, site applications have been open for the last few months and they'll stay open through December. So that is when new sites can apply and returning sites can apply to host a team for the upcoming spring season. Coach applications open in August and will stay open through mid-January. Coaches will then get assigned to their sites in January and February. If you have recruited your 2 or 3 coaches and when they apply, they'll select your site. So it'll be very easy to assign them to the correct school. Girl registration will open in early January and will stay open through the first week of the program in March. Team meetings are very important to the beginning of the season, so please plan to meet your entire coaching team before the season begins at your site. Show them the area where they'll be practicing, emergency plans or information, and any other site-specific information. It's important that the coaches feel prepared for the first day of practice by knowing the space as best as possible. If you're working with teachers as the coaches from your site specifically, or someone else who really knows the area well, it's still important to meet with them before the season begins so that you can go over any details in case they're not aware. The season will kick off in early March. This year it will be the week of March 4th and goes through mid to late May. Our final 5K celebratory event will be Sunday, May 19th at the Renton Memorial Stadium. So please keep those dates in mind and make sure that you can come. All right, so next we're going to go over Girls on the Run team specifics. So with Girls on the Run, we ask that each site provides dedicated space for each team. Every team needs a meeting space to keep their things in during practice, such as a classroom or a gym, an indoor practice space in case of inclement weather, a dedicated outdoor space, such as a field or a blacktop area, a nearby bathroom that is accessible all throughout practice times. So site liaisons, please make sure that your site is open and available for coaches to bring girls back inside to use the restrooms during practice. Other than that, we do give every team a box of materials to last them the entire season, so they will need storage space on site to hold those things. Please let your Girls on the Run contact know if you need assistance or clarifications with any of these requirements. The team sizes, so Girls on the Run teams must have at least 8 girls to have a team. The curriculum is written for small groups of at least 8 girls. So it's very important that we hit that minimum. And we allow no more than 15 girls to be on one team. This is a very strict policy handed down from Girls on the Run International. Once we hit 16 girls, we'll go ahead and start a wait list, but we also will definitely try to have a second team at the site if it's possible. Keep in mind that if you do want to host a second or third team, you do need to have the volunteers and the space available. So 2 teams will need to have separate practice space, so please keep that in mind. All right, and one requirement of the site liaisons is to help us with coach recruitment. So we will now talk about that in the timeline for that. So coach recruitment starts, as I mentioned earlier, on August 1st and will go through mid-January. At the very latest, we'll close coach recruitment at the 1st of February. We really need these coaches to be able to attend their training, so that is why there's this timeline. Every site needs to provide at least 2 to 3 volunteer coaches. And Girls on the Run can help with coach recruitment from community coaches that sign up, but we cannot guarantee that we'll be able to get these folks. Community coaches happen to apply based on their time and availability, and we cannot necessarily guarantee that your site will get to have a community coach. Please do reach out if you need help with recruitment for coaches, and we can assist you. We do require a minimum of 2 coaches at every practice. If for any reason a coach is not able to be there and we do not have the minimum of 2 coaches at the practice, we do have to cancel practice. So please keep this in mind. This is also why we request that you do look for a 3rd full-time coach, so that in case anyone gets sick or there's an emergency, you can still run practice. All coaches do go through a national coach training, so every new coach is required to attend the 5.5-hour training in the fall or winter, as well as some online training ahead of time. Returning coaches, if you're a first-year returning coach, you're required to complete an online training that's a refresher course of the new coach training. And any coaches that come back to us for 2 or more years will be required to attend a 90-minute return coach kickoff. Those will all be scheduled with the coaches individually when they sign up to attend. When they sign up to coach, they'll also sign up to attend one of these trainings. So now we will talk about girl recruitment and registration. The general timeline for girl recruitment is that our girl registration will open Friday, January 4th at 8 a.m. We do a lottery period for the first 2 full weeks of the registration period. So from Friday, January 4th until Friday, January 18th, there will be a lottery period. We will close registration on Friday, January 18th to draw the lottery, and we will reopen any spots that are left to a first come, first served basis. Payments will be submitted by the first week of the season, and scholarships are available to any girls that need them. We will be sending girl recruitment material as well towards the end of October and early November, so you should be receiving those to help with getting girls on board. We do have 2 forms of registration available for families. So to assist with that, we do highly encourage that each site attempts to do online registration. We understand not all families have access to a computer or internet, but can assist them by getting these families signed up either via the phone, by calling our office, or by hosting a Girls on the Run registration evening at your site. If your site would function better by utilizing our paper application form, please let your Girls on the Run contact know as soon as possible. Site liaisons will be asked to support the paper registration process by entering any paper registrations they receive on the Girls on the Run of Puget Sound website in a timely manner and in accordance with the lottery timeline. Site liaisons will also need to mail the registrants' payments to the Girls on the Run office in a timely manner as well. To assist with reaching every girl, we will contact any schools that have waiting lists to try and create a second team. Again, this does require 2 to 3 more volunteer coaches as well as a separate practice space. Please keep this in mind as you're marketing the program to your students. If you notice early on that it might be a highly sought after program, please contact our office and we can assist with trying to recruit more volunteer coaches. Registration closes and the rosters will be final the first Friday of the program, which will be March 8th. Please note that Girls on the Run does hold spots on the team for daughters of the site liaisons and coaches only. We will send you a direct link the week before registration opens to the we will send you a direct link the week before registration opens to sign up your daughter. Please do not abuse this. These spots are strictly for girls of site liaisons and coaches, and all other girls will have to register during the regular registration period beginning Friday, January 4th. As I mentioned, the Girl Recruitment Toolkit will be available to site liaisons to assist with girl recruitment at your site. These include full-size posters to put up around your school or site, take-home flyers in different languages if they're available, newsletter blurbs, and social media posts. Please communicate with your Girls on the Run contact frequently throughout the registration process if you're having any issues getting girls signed up or have any questions. We can assist with this process. All right, so most of you have realized that most of the site liaison duties really happen with logistics and planning before the season even begins. There are some things that we do still need help with throughout the season once the coaches have sort of taken over. So we're going to go over those now. Girls on the Run does ask that site liaisons do visit your teams at least twice throughout the season to stay close to the program and to assist the coaches with any issues you might be having. Some site liaisons also like to coach, and in that case, you'll already be at those practices. These visits do not need to be the entire lesson's length, but we do ask that you use discretion in visiting long enough to support the coaches. Girls on the Run also has our own policies and procedures in place to help coaches manage behavior issues with teams. However, one of the requirements of the site liaison position is to assist your team and the Girls on the Run office with managing behavior issues as they arise and on an as-needed basis. These will not always be serious, and Girls on the Run can often assist the coaches with good strategies to deal with behavior issues. If the team does need further support, Girls on the Run and the coaches will contact you to assist. Because site liaisons are the direct connection to the school, site liaisons often have a better idea of a strategy that is already in place at the school and that the kids will be familiar with. Site liaisons also often have a better connection to the girls and families and would be a better support to help manage these issues. Please be available and willing to assist with these issues as they arise, or contact Girls on the Run with any concerns or questions. And lastly, we ask that that site liaisons help Girls on the Run with any site paperwork needs that are outside of what we typically do. So we often work with school districts directly to establish district-wide MOUs or paperwork at the district level so that we don't individually have to manage paperwork with sites. However, there are often instances where site-specific information and paperwork is required by the school or the site. So please contact your administration to see if there is any outstanding paperwork that needs to be completed before the beginning of the season. Other than that, I think all of this information can really help set you up for success with your team this season. Please go over this as often as you need to. You'll be able to access this link for training all throughout the season. And please don't hesitate to contact your Girls on the Run contact if you have any questions or concerns. Again, thank you for making it possible to reach so many more girls this season by being a site liaison. We truly cannot do this without you.